Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating a soft summery makeup look with an emphasis on skin. I'm calling this my ultra soft glam. I think makeup looks like this are great for occasions when you're getting dressed up, you're going out, but you still want to look and feel like yourself. So think summer vacations, maybe a beach wedding. And I partnered with Sephora at Kohl's to share a full face of clean and planet positive products because it's not just about ingredients, it's also about sustainability, which I absolutely love and encourage. And it makes me really happy and hopeful to see so many really prominent brands heading in this direction. And when you shop Sephora at Kohl's, just look for the seal. They make it really easy for you to spot these products. That way you can incorporate more of them into your beauty routine. Now let's get into this complexion. I'm focusing on keeping the skin as light and natural as possible. I still want it to look like my skin. And I have two products here. I'm starting with a foundation stick. I'm going to use this to conceal and add coverage in very specific areas, anywhere that needs it. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going in with a skin tint. Even though we're using two products instead of one, the idea is that we are going to use the least amount of product possible. This is the Merit Beauty, the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick in the shade Bisque. I love that it's small, portable, it's mess-free. This is so easy to just throw in a makeup bag and use it for touch-ups. You twist it up whenever you start to run out, and it's retractable, which we always love. I tend to get a little redness around my nose, so I'm going in that area first. A little bit on my chin, just in specific areas. I think stress from the move has caused me to break out a little bit because I've had some red, itchy, kind of hive-like dots on my face and neck. So I'm just gonna lightly tap this on my cheeks. I also have a bit of rosacea. I'm gonna use the foundation stick to lightly cover that up, but I'm not going to just draw stripes all over the face. I still want it to be almost undetectable. I have a little more redness on my forehead as well. And again, I'm just lightly tapping this. I don't want to add a ton of coverage. I think this will also help the skin to breathe a little bit. Hopefully, it will start to calm down soon. I'm avoiding the under eye for now because I am going in with a concealer. I didn't apply much. It would be easy to just tap this out with my finger, but I'm trying to avoid touching my face at the moment, so I'm just going to quickly use this brush. And I love how natural the finish is of this foundation stick. I like that I can still see my freckles. It looks like my skin, it's still my face, but we're gonna even out the skin tone and get rid of some of this redness. Anytime my skin is really going through it, maybe I'm having some sort of reaction, it's usually induced by stress or sometimes trying a new skincare product or introducing some sort of active ingredient too quickly. I always turn to my gentle skincare for sensitive skin and my clean beauty products because I trust the ingredients. They're so easy to find when you're shopping Sephora at Kohl's because the products will have a little seal. It will either say clean or clean plus planet positive. The redness is completely gone. I can still see a little texture right here on my forehead, as well as this area around my hairline where the skin is a bit irritated. That's why it's a good thing we're not going in with a really heavy foundation all over the face, because that would really emphasize any texture. You have to give it a really nice shake. So next we're going in with the Summer Friday Sheer Skin Tint, and I have the shade 3. This is another great summer product because it's light coverage, it doesn't come in a glass bottle, so it's really easy to just throw in your bag and go. I picked up a little product on my brush, and then I am just going to lightly tap this all over. I have always been a medium to full coverage foundation every single day type of gal, but lately I am all about the skin tints. I love that it still looks like skin, it adds a little glow, it evens everything out, but it's so light and comfortable to wear. This is one of my favorites because the finish is so nice. It's a really natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy and luminous. It really does just look like your skin. I would say this is a summer essential for me. Something to think about when you're picking up those summer essentials or the staples, products that you're constantly restocking, is getting the most bang for your buck. When you shop Sephora at Kohl's, you can earn double rewards because not only do you get your Beauty Insider points, but you earn Kohl's rewards, which is amazing. One of my favorite discoveries of 2023. It's really convenient that all of my Sephora favorites are available at Kohl's. That way it's a one-stop shop. You earn your double rewards And they have the cutest home stuff. Now that we have the house, I'm having so much fun just scrolling through all of the cute home decor, as if I need another excuse to shop. And I will never turn down extra rewards. No, I will not. That is a no-brainer. I actually think that combination worked out even better than I thought it would. I love those two products together. It still looks like my skin. And even though I'm dealing with quite a bit of texture today, it's kind of hidden. Overall, I still think my face looks pretty smooth. For a burst of color to add a little warmth where the sun would naturally hit my face, I'm going in with this Say Beauty Cream Bronzer. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. Now, I tried this before. I think it was Fair Bronze, and it was way too light. It was very fair, and it had more of a cool undertone. But I really like the Light Bronze because it's still pretty light, which is great because it will look more natural with my skin tone. I did sunless tan. I have a little color, but for the most part, I'm pretty fair. It helps that I evened out my skin tone before going in with this product. Otherwise, it would look really patchy. I always feel like I have to lay down a pretty nice foundation before I go in with anything else. It basically blends out as you apply the product, no harsh lines at all. It's just not very thick, which I like. It goes on a little bit more sheer, but you can still see where you're laying down the product. I think the undertone of the light bronze is beautiful. Before we moved, we were talking about different trips that we were gonna plan for the summer, and now I feel like we're just gonna stay put and work on the house for the next few months, which is a good thing. I mean, we're happy to do it, but one thing I wanna work on, one project that I have in mind, is the outdoor patio backyard area, because I would love to be able to sit outside, get a little natural sun, and just enjoy the outdoors. It's not ready yet, and it's still so hot and the mosquitoes are out full force. The previous owner put lights in the trees, so at night, I think they must be on a timer. I see some solar panels up in the trees. There's a giant window over here, so I can see the tree as I'm talking. But it looks very pretty. It looks so romantic. Perfect for a date night at home, and that's exactly what we're getting ready for. A date night at home. It's important to still make time to relax and enjoy the house. We can still make our own date night even if we aren't going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Not only is this cream bronzer clean and planet positive, but it also has vitamin E and colloidal oatmeal, and antioxidants and vitamin C and grapeseed oil. But I love the colloidal oatmeal and the vitamin E, so this is going to hopefully help to soothe my irritated skin. For concealer, I'm going in with this award-winning, best-selling Kosas Light Revealer Concealer. I have the shade 0.5. I'm sticking with the natural theme, so I'm going in with just a little bit, but we could use some brightness beneath the eyes. It's so hydrating. It has medium coverage. It is buildable, but I really grab this concealer on light makeup days. I'm also going to use it to highlight just a little bit. I have my makeshift setup in our living room / TV room, and it feels kind of weird to be out in the open and just have so much space around, but it's nice to have so much natural light. I'm used to filming in a small, dark cave with all studio lights everywhere. And now I look around and I can see outside. I can see the trees and the nature and butterflies flying around, lizards running around the backyard. It's kind of nice. It's very peaceful, and I love being in this part of the house in the afternoons, especially the late afternoons, because as the sun is setting, we get so much light in here. Everything looks really bright, which I'm not used to at all. In our old apartment, everything got really dark after, say, noon, because we were on the morning side of the complex. Now, this is another product similar to the Say Beauty Cream Bronzer. The first time I tried this Makeup Forever powder, this is the HD Skin Twist and Light. I used shade medium, I believe, and I really liked it. I like the idea. I think the powder is just a really great powder. So I went back and I got shade 1.0. This is the Clear Light powder. So the way it works is you open it up. There are 3 shades, and it's kind of color correcting, and then you twist the bottom. The more you use it, evenly distributes, but what I love is that you have the center area open, you swirl your brush in there, tap off the excess, but it keeps it nice and clean and mess free. So if you were to accidentally knock this over, you're not going to get loose powder all over the place. I think that's really genius. And then the powder itself is so finely milled. It lightly sets, creates that beautiful kind of airbrushed glow to the skin without looking heavy or cakey. It's one of the best things about using a loose powder. And you really don't need much. It's very mattifying. And I'm just gonna set the center points of the face. I don't want to get rid of the beautiful glow, but I am in Miami and it's very hot and humid outside, so I can't really leave the house without at least a little powder. But now I really like this. The first time I wasn't so sure. I actually still really liked it the first time, but I knew going into it that I didn't have the right shade. The Fair is going to be the right shade for me. For blush, I'm going in with one of my favorite products that I swear deserves so much more attention. I have no idea why this didn't get all of the buzz. It didn't go viral when it first launched because it's amazing and it truly gives you that perfect soft summertime flush. It's from Bare Minerals. It's their bronzer because it's a blush and a bronzer all in one. They have several shades. They're all stunning, but this is Kiss of Pink, or it's their pink. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. Definitely looks more like a true blush, but I guess they call it a bronzer because you can apply it over the bridge of the nose, anywhere that the sun would touch, and it's meant to basically mimic sun. Look at that, so pigmented. I know we have been bombarded in 2023 with so many blush launches, and this is not a new launch, but it's still one of my favorites. And you know why? Because of the shades. I think the shades are just so pretty. I love the finish. I think Bare Minerals is one of those brands that is so underrated. People forget about Bare Minerals. Don't sleep on Bare Minerals, especially if you're going for more of a natural makeup look or an easy get out the door, kind of enhance your natural skin type of makeup. They have some of the best products out there, and this is one of them. I'm even going to apply a little bit on my temple right up here. And the final complexion step is this Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. It's the anti-pollution with marine actives. You have to give it a nice shake. I think there are 3 shades, and I have Nova, which is a really pretty champagne gold. It's so thin, and I love a liquid highlight because you can apply it to your clavicles, to your shoulders. You can mix it into your foundation, mix it into your concealer, any cream products actually. If you wanted to mix this into your bronzer, you could take your brush, swirl it into the liquid highlight, and then dip it into the cream bronzer, and then that way your bronzer would have a little glow as well. And because it's so thin, it's going to sheer out any other product as well. Mix it into a skin tint, make it more of a luminous skin tint. You could mix it into your body moisturizer, your body serum. It's just so versatile. It applies nice and sheer so it still looks like skin. Doesn't look like we're layering a bunch of products on top. It's definitely more minimal, but that's exactly what I'm going for today, is minimal. This is it. This is my summer complexion. I love how this turned out. All of the products blended really nicely together. Everything played well together. And it still looks made up. It looks done up. I can definitely tell that I'm wearing makeup, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey whatsoever. And I still have a nice radiance to the skin. It's natural, but it's glam. It's a little bit of both. So next we're moving on to the eyes, and I'm going to start with this Give Beauty Simple Kind of Life eyeshadow quad. This is so beautiful. I love all of these quads. It's all mattes, all neutrals. I think everybody needs a palette like this in their collection. It's the perfect grab and go palette. With a fluffy brush, I'm just picking up this medium brown right here in the top corner, and I'm going to buff that in the crease. If we had used a powder bronzer, you could just do a powder bronzer as well. I think this has a little bit more pigment than a typical bronzer, so it's going to add a little more color. just for the sake of using the least amount of products, making things a bit easier. I've been using this palette every single day because, of course, I don't have access to all of my products just now. I have access to everything, but if I went digging for something specific, I would make an even larger mess. Right now, I'm trying to minimize the mess, which is nearly impossible. So I've just been using this because they're mattes, they're blendable. It's kind of the perfect anytime, everyday palette. Goes with everything. Same thing on the other side. I'm just blending that in the crease, making it nice and soft. On a smaller brush, I'm picking up the exact same shade and I'm just buffing that beneath the lower lash line. This helps tie the entire look together. I think this is another product that is severely underrated. This right here, this little pot of goodness, is the star of the entire makeup look. This is also from Give Beauty. This is the Eye See and Sparkle Multi-Dimensional Eye Pigment in the shade Dazzle. It is a gorgeous copper. I'm gonna tap a little bit of the product into the cap, and then you could use a brush, you could wet your brush, but I'm just gonna use my finger, and I'm going to tap it directly on the lid, and it doesn't look thick, chunky, glittery, it looks almost wet. It's so beautiful. The shade Dazzle goes perfectly with this eye quad as well, since it's warm neutrals. Do you see how easy that was? Beautiful. High impact. It gives the appearance and the impact of glitter without chunky glitter, which would have been a mess and I would have had specks all over my cheeks. It's so easy and user-friendly, but then so much shine. It's so pretty. This is the perfect date night shadow. I love it so much. It's almost a rose gold. And you don't need glitter glue or anything fancy. You can just tap it right on because it's not chunky. If you want to be really precise in the corners, you can just pick up a flat shader brush, something synthetic. Maybe I should call this a full face of underrated products because this is another one. I don't hear people talking about this. The way I discovered it was in the advertisement or the photo. Gwen Stefani is behind the brand. Her eyes look so beautiful. I thought that is exactly what I want my eyes to look like when I'm doing shimmer, and it was this product. Now the last step is lips. I'm going to quickly line my lips using this Give Beauty Pout to Get Real overlining lip pencil in the shade Do Whatever. It's a basic nude and you could really use any lip pencil. I like that it has a brush on the other side. This lip liner has one of the most unique shapes I think I've ever seen. I don't even know how to describe it and I don't even really know how to use it. It's kind of flat so you can shade and contour the lip, which I like. And finally, I'm going in with one of my all-time favorite lip products. This is from Tarte. It's the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Cherry Blossom. I recently finished my white peach. Well, just about. You can't click it anymore. There's a little bit left in the top and I've been scooping it out, so it's just about hollow. I loved it so much, I went ahead and picked it up in another shade, Cherry Blossom, and it's beautiful. As soon as I finish this one, I'll just go ahead and replace it. It's basically a lip gloss stick, and it's plumping. It has that minty sensation, which I love, and it's really smoothing. If you have really dry lips or if you have a lot of lines or cracks on your lips, this helps to make them look completely smooth and glossy and plump. And the Cherry Blossom adds a little bit more color. The white peach is really nice on top of nude. This one has a little more pink to it. Now that lips are done, I sometimes like to go back and balance out the face and add a little more blush. I don't really want to add any more bronzer, but just a little bit more blush. This is such a pretty color and it looks so nice with the eyeshadow and the lips. And this is the complete makeup look. Overall, I love the way it turned out. It is the perfect soft glam. I feel like I could get dressed up and go somewhere really glamorous, like a wedding or a special event, somewhere that I would be photographed and taking pictures, but I also feel like I'm not wearing so much makeup that my face is going to melt whenever I walk outside. Perfect summer glam. You can find all of these products at Sephora at Kohl's, and remember, when you're shopping for clean or planet positive products, just look for the seal. You can find it in store and online. Of course, I will be linking all of these products down below, as well as all of the information for the Kohl's Rewards program. So you can make sure you sign up, you earn double rewards, you get the Kohl's Rewards as well as Beauty Insider points. It's an incredible program and you don't want to miss out. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave me your comments, questions down below. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.